During the offseason, the Colts made a splash, acquiring all-pro defensive tackle DeForest Buckner from the 49ers. Buckner was an integral part of the best front seven football last season, and not only cost the Colts a high draft pick, but a pricey portion of their salary cap. So how has the star tackle performed thus far? Let's roll the tape. If you saw our Super Bowl breakdown on the 49ers front seven, you know how much havoc Defoe can cause. But he was surrounded by blue-chip talent at every position. With Indy, Buckner is the guy. And he's lived up to the hype, using a multitude of moves to destroy opposing guards. He's primarily used as a three-technique tackle, meaning he lines up his inside shoulder on the outside shoulder of the guard in the B gap. This is a spot reserved for your best interior lineman, your guy who can take on a double team, shoot the gaps, and create pressure on a pass rush. Buckner has been outstanding against the run, and is a huge reason why Indy has a top 5 run defense thus far. He has elite level speed and acceleration for his position. On this play, Buckner is in the B gap. The Jags are running zone left, and Buckner does an excellent job shooting the gap and raw-arming the tackle. He then flows to the gap, tackling James Robinson for a loss of 2. More elite speed from Buckner here to force a tackle for loss. His speed off the ball is too much for Cam Robinson, and can only hold him to try and halt his progress. No worry for the stronger Buckner as he fights through, meeting his teammates in the backfield. Buckner has great strength and is able to shed blockers with ease, like here versus the Bears. Buckner strays with the double team, and when the second blocker leaves to pick up the backer, he throws the guard to the ground like a schoolyard bully, meeting Cordell Patterson in the hole. Again against the Jags, Buckner is lined up as a 3-tech, with the Jags showing a clear run on the 2nd and 3. Buckner attacks the guard's inside shoulder, gets leverage, and then drives him into the backfield. There's no hole for Robinson to navigate because Buckner gets an assist from Bobby Okereke coming downhill, stonewalling the Jags. Buckner's ability to create havoc means he doesn't always need to make the tackle to make an impact. On the first play of the game, the Bears are looking to run zone right. But watch how Defoe blows this play up by firing off the ball and pushing the center into David Montgomery. Montgomery has nowhere to go and has to settle for a short gain. And against the Browns, watch again as Defoe blows up this play by sending the guard right where Hunt wants to go. Lastly here, I want to include this play because it not only shows the hustle by Buckner to get a tackle for loss, but showcases the textbook defense of the Colts line. The whole line does an excellent job at getting upfield and setting the edge. The place-eye end does a great job at holding that edge, while the other end hustles to negate any possibility of a cutback lane. The nose plugs up the middle, leaving Mixon nowhere to go but down. When the end initiates the tackle, Defoe's a good 6 yards downfield and out of the play. However, he comes flying downhill, lunging at Mixon for the loss. While DeForest Buckner hasn't been putting up all-star numbers and getting all the attention like Aaron Donald, he's been a major disruption in opponents' passing games. Buckner might not get the spotlight, but he is performing at a career level in terms of pass rush. His insane speed off the ball and raw power translates to rushing the passer, and when combining that with great hand-fighting skills, Buckner is forcing OCs to scheme around him. Here, Defoe's going to bring down Kirk Cousins for a safety, despite having at least 7 different penalties committed on him. Buckner is going to dominate the traffic cones that are the Vikings' offensive line. Using a rip move, he'll muscle through the hold, hands to the helmet, and a face mask to wrap up Cousins for the 2 points. And while it doesn't mean much to beat up on the Vikings line, we would be remiss if we didn't show Buckner displaying his raw power on this play. Defoe is going to fling the guard like a ragdoll and delivering a punishing hit on Cousins. If Aaron Donald made this play, people would be talking about this for weeks on end. Here versus the Jets from week 3, Buckner is lined up as the 1-technique tackle. As soon as the ball is snapped, he rips under the center and runs through the turnstiles that is the Jets line. Buckner is practically untouched, running full speed at Sam Darnold before he even has a chance to process the coverage, forcing him to wisely throw the ball away. Buckner's going to show off a beautiful swim move on this play against the Bears. Watch as he sets up his man with a jab step inside, forcing the guard's momentum towards the A-gap, before crossing over the guard's body with a beautiful swim move. Buckner probably gets this sack on Foles if he doesn't trip on the tackle, but the pressure is good enough to force a bad throw. And here, Buckner exhibits great play recognition as he's almost able to reel in his first ever interception on a screen play. Defoe is not fooled, reading Foles' eyes the whole way and stepping right in front of the passing lane as the ball doinks off his face mask. And even if Montgomery is able to get this ball, the Colts' excellent team defense is ready for the screen. In his most recent game against the Bengals, he came up clutch with a huge sack on 3rd down in a 1-score game. Defoe is going to set up the stunt for the defensive tackle by attacking the right guard inside and creating a natural pick on the center, freeing up a lane for the tackle on the stunt. And despite setting the pick and having the right guard's arm wrapped around him, Buckner is still going to get home to Burrow for the sack. And one last time of Defoe giving a guard hell, here fighting through a hold to bring down the quarterback. Nothing new for the All-Pro. Buckner is one of the best 3-tech tackles in the NFL, and as you can see, he hasn't missed a beat. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, why not check out our breakdown on how the Cardinals confused Russell Wilson, or how the Steelers stole the Browns' lunch money.